Hello, I am Pork Mulgrew. I'm one of the owners of Night Watch Games, a local friendly gaming store here in San Antonio, Texas. Let me show you what it looks like. We're initially greeted by our two game masters out in our display window. And this is Night Watch Games. This is what we call the Grand Hall, and it's where a lot of players will use our free-to-play tables. They're long banquet tables. They're 27 feet long, and it's a first-come, first-served basis where they can set up their games as they want while they play. Over to the right, as you enter the main hall, we have our free-to-play gaming library, and that is where you can pull a game off the shelf and play it for free. And if you like it, we have it over at the retail section, and you can buy your own copy that way. Or you can just return it to the shelf, and there's no problem. One of the things that I want to showcase for Wizards of the Coast is our singles markets for Magic the Gathering. This is where customers will sell and buy some of the standard legal cards that are in the market at the moment, and this is where those are displayed. We find that there's a large cycling of these cards and a very active community buying them. So what you're hearing here is a typical amount of activity in the store. It's occupied by the Age of Sigmar group at the moment. They're playing their game. There's a bunch of other different games being played. Here's a bolt action game. Next to that, we have a Dungeons and Dragons game. And at the far end of the main hall, we have also two other Dungeons and Dragons games. So we have a whole bunch of activity that's not centered around just one game. We've got a whole community. We cater to namely an adult demographic. And we're finding that the community is super self-sufficient and super supportive of the store. So let me show you where the Magic players find themselves on Friday nights. So they're in what we call the Renaissance room, which is behind a secret door. And they find themselves in this room playing tournament Magic, where they are paired up. Swiss pairings is normally how we do it. And we have Friday Night Magic every Friday, and it usually has about 10 to 14 players. And they find themselves in this room and then the next room over. We use the technology. It could mirror up, it could show the standings of the matches, it could show the latest Pro Tour footage, and we can play music and make it more entertaining. So one of the things about these rooms is they're sound dampened, so when you're inside you don't hear all this noise out here, and the people out here don't hear what's happening in the rooms. So this is the retail section. It's full of not only board games, but we have crafting, we have supplies over here, miniatures, models. We have a lot of stuff. Behind us here is the second room. This is known as the Dark Ages room. What you see now is a program that is enhancing what the lights do, acting like flames and torches. And there's a small fire sound effect in the back. And this is a good example of what the rooms can do for role-playing games such as Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, or Starfinder, or any number of those role-playing games like that. It's a big hit with the group. And we also have a couple of things in the room that make it worthwhile. There's a refrigerator, there's the iPad, there's dedicated air conditioning, there's a fog machine, and then surround sound speakers. So it's a full-on role-playing experience. One of the things that we do at Night Watch Games that's different than many stores is we sell LARPing equipment. Not only do we have full metal weapons, but we also have foam weapons and wooden weapons. Our armory is more than just the swords and weapons that we sell for live action role-playing and Renaissance goers. It's also a full-on shop for clothing and garb that you would wear to a live action role-play, a Renaissance fair, Halloween, or any other number of reasons to dress up as a medieval or Renaissance person. So we have everything from leather armor all the way up to plate mail. There is also belts and pouches and leggings and cloaks and any number of pieces of clothing that you could use while you play your games and makes you feel more of the parts. One of the things that we focus on at Night Watch Games is immersion into the games, and we find that sometimes wearing the clothing really takes you to that next level. Here's something of interest to Wizards of the Coast. That is our dog. That's one of two dogs. And her name is Mishra, which is obviously named after one of the planeswalkers. One of the things that we're proud of at Night Watch Games are our bathrooms, which sounds like some stupid thing to do, but as you know, there's that stigma against gaming stores and how that they don't have clean bathrooms. Well, we keep ours very clean, so I want to showcase that real quick. Never mind. We're going to go over here. So this is the men's bathroom, sort of a kind of period after a steampunk theme, trying to make it thematic so that you have an experience. And I think this one is empty now. So this is the female's restroom, and that is after a Doctor Who theme, which is kind of fun. So here we have the register. It's towards the rear of the store so that we have customers having to transfer through the whole store before they actually get to the register. We use the square point of sale system, and we also have a big robust reserve system in the back where we do special orders, and that's being held behind the counter for customers. This is Michael. This is one of our associates. He's actually solely responsible for many of our 5-star reviews. I suspect his mother and his father are the ones writing the reviews, but that doesn't matter.
I don't live with either one of them.
This is our craft table. You can see two of our regulars that are painting and building Warhammer armies, and they're doing a great job of it. Something else I'd like to focus on is the terrain that we use in the store. This is all free to use by the customers, and you'll find that there's any number of gaming systems represented there. Test of Honor, Games Workshop, Infinity, Star Wars, Wild West Exodus, and everything in between. One of the things that we're proud of here at Night Watch Games is our last room, known as the Death Star. It's modeled after the interior of the Death Star. You recognize the scene from any Star Wars movie. Currently we have two groups playing in there. One is a module design team that is going to make a module for Wizards of the Coast, and hopefully it's going to be published soon. And then the second one is some of our Guild Ball members are playing their match of Guild Ball. It's one of the communities that is most robust at Night Watch Games. So that's Night Watch Games, which is really a big dream of mine and Brenda, who we've opened the store now for 3 years. We were recently voted the best store in North America by the Gaming Manufacturers Association, so we're quite proud of that. But we have a lot of big dreams to come, and this store is going to develop and expand as we continue to grow. It's been a crazy ride. We really appreciate all the support from the community, and we look forward to lots of things to come in the future.